big game, an even bigger game, because this beautiful little man, Matthias Nunes, as I'm record or was about to record this, has just been announced, and he looks good in goal, doesn't he? And I, sorry, I just saw this interaction, but anyway, I digress. I think you have to start Nunes. Genuinely, I do. I think. Look, I don't think we've actually bought Nunes to impact these games. We always do well away from home against Tottenham in that. I think Nunes would have helped us more against Fulham at home or Leeds away than Tottenham away. But look, we played better with a 4-3-3 in form in pre-season. It looked more natural. I think it's got a nicer balance. But you need someone like Nunes to play it, and we've got him now. And as much as Nunes is one for the future, technically, because he's 23, he's 24 in a week, and he's a club record signing, and it's not a Fabio Silva vibe. He should be good enough to come in now and at least play it at semi-decent level, at Premier League level. And he's already been playing in Liga NOS. I'd rather have Nunes now than Matinho, who's 36 and just coming off an injury. Just my opinion. I think you have to play Nunes. Look, I'm not the biggest fan of Dendoncker, but I think he's had a good start to the season. I think he cost us against Fulham, if that makes sense. But I think he did his job fine. He did what he does well. He broke up the game. He pressed, whatever. But in a midfield too, when you're playing a 4-2-3-1 at home, you need someone that can progress the ball. Neves obviously can't do that. So it fell on Dendoncker and he couldn't do it. That's why I kind of went in on him a bit. But he did his job right. He just kind of cost us the game. How in a midfield three, Dendoncker works a lot better. And, Tottenham in the first 2 games of the season, they've won the second most aerial duels and they've got the highest percentage of win rate for aerial wins. And we're not particularly great in that. We've only won the 4th lowest. So I think you need Dendoncker's height in there. Dendoncker always plays well against Tottenham as well. I don't know why. He made his debut under Nuno at Wembley, didn't he? And he was good against Tottenham last year as well. So I'd start him. I think he's earned it. I think if you just drop him straight away as soon as Nunes comes in, I don't think it's the best message. And Martino's not really fit. I haven't put Semedo in as well. I've kept Johnny and Ait Nuri. Look, I love Semedo. When in that first season when everyone was slacking him off, I was making 15-minute long videos saying defending the bloke. I've got a lot of time for Nelson Semedo. Ballsby, he's just come back from an injury. He's played no pre-season at all. I thought he looked good when he came on against Fulham, but it was a 10-minute period where we were ball dominant in the game. And, I think Jose Sarr against Leeds and Hwang against Leeds as well, to a certain extent, showed how not having a pre-season will keep you back a little bit, So I wouldn't want to... And also, we have no depth in fullbacks. If you put Semedo there and he pulls his hamstring again, it was a hamstring injury, right? He's probably not 100% match fit. If you just chuck him in there because you think he's a bit better than Johnny or a bit better than Ait Nuri, and then he pulls it, all of a sudden we've gone from having 5 fullbacks last season, obviously Hoover and Marcel were here, to having 2, and then we're just going to have to buy someone. And I think Johnny's probably been our worst player across the 2 games. I thought Ait Nuri was woeful against Leeds and obviously gave away the penalty, but they're good enough players to be fine at Tottenham away, and it keeps a bit of continuity as well. And then in the front line, obviously we don't have a striker right now, so I think you might as well just chuck Guedes up there and see how he does. Why not? I'd rather have him up there than Pedence. I don't think we necessarily need a hold-up guy away from Tottenham, but he will probably be able to do that a bit better than Pedence. And I want to see him. I'm not saying that's why Bruno should pick him, but as a fan, I want to see Nunes and Guedes. It's on BT. It's the first game. It's a big game. A lot of people will be watching it. I want to see him. And then obviously you keep Neto. I don't think Neto's been great in the first 2 games, but I think you have to keep him in there. And then it kind of falls on Gibbs-White or Pedence or Adama, but I thought Adama was woeful when he came on. Clearly can't be asked. So I don't want Pedence and Gibbs-White on the same side, to be honest with you. Especially now we have Guedes and Neto's fit. I kind of want it to be one or the other. I think they're both very samey. I don't think that they're both quick enough to play out wide. They both kind of pick up similar spaces inside. So you have to play one or the other. I don't think either of them have had particularly great starts to the season in their overall. I know Pedence scored, but I don't think he was great against Leeds. Neither was Morgan. And I thought they were both crap against Fulham as well. But I know it's probably a dumb reason, but when Morgan gives White, they both give the ball away a lot, but Morgan gives White were kind of not forcing him to stay, but he needs to sign a new contract. I want to give him a run. Plus, I think Pedence is a bit better off the bench. I'd trust Daniel Pedence to come on in the 70th minute and do something than Gibbs White, if that makes sense. And I want Gibbs White to get a run. I know that's probably unfair on Daniel Pedence, but I want him to get a run. So yeah, look, this is a free hit. After this game, obviously it's Preston, Newcastle, Bournemouth, Southampton. It's not really that I'm not that arsed if we lose it. I still think there are some positive signs to obviously the formation we're playing, but I think switching to 4-3-3 will help. But I think we've started okay. We're getting more shots. Average possessions up to 60. I think it was about 52 last season, so I think that's a positive. The only concern I have is we're still not getting in like really good areas. last season we were having shots from the furthest out of any side, and I don't think that's a coincidence. And this season that's still the same. We're having the second furthest away, which is never good. You want shots from good areas. That's what Tottenham are doing. That's what Arsenal are doing. You want shots from inside the penalty box or close to the box, and we're not doing that right now. If your average shot is from 18 yards out, it's not really a good sign, is it? And look, maybe the 4-3-3 will help with that. Maybe the Nunes will help with that. I don't know. To be honest with you, I think we will lose this game. I rate Conte. I thought they were okay against Chelsea. I don't think they were great, but even when they were pretty terrible, they still got 2 goals and they smacked up Southampton. Obviously, we are better than Southampton. I think it'll be closer, but I think we will lose this game. But I want to see Nunes, I want to see Guedes, and I want to see how the 4-3-3 works at Premier League level. It's a big game for Nunes. It's a big game for Guedes. It's a big game for Nuri as well, and Gibbs White, to be honest. If Gibbs White's crap, then he's probably going to be on the bench. Same with Nuri. But yeah, I'm just excited to see Matthias Nunes, to be honest. So I really hope they don't drop him. But yeah, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, like the video. Yeah, peace.